Hi everybody, I'm Mr. Matt.
And I'm Emma.
There you go. I think, yeah, where we're sitting, I can see your face. I can't see mine very well.
Yes.
I can see my beardage, but that's about it. So, what we're doing today is interesting. We're going to get, our hands are going to get messy.
And
for sure.
It's super fun.
You have to ask parents if this is okay. Okay? You're going to look at me and Emma. Oh, I got hair in my mouth. Probably should have done that before I made you look at me. That's gross. Ugh. So we're going to do it like 2 levels, okay? Okay, first let me apologize for the messy office. I think I was doing 3 projects at once today. Both projects that we're working on today involve patterns, details, and texture. First, by playing around with marbles and paint on paper, that's level 1, and we're looking for patterns or making patterns with the marbles and the paint. Then we're going to find fun toys and objects from around the house that make cool patterns and textures when you roll them or stamp them on the paper with paint. Make sure you have your parents' permission, and that's level 2. I set up different levels so that you could find out which one would be easiest for you to do. Try them both if you want. Neither one is too complicated. Just remember to have fun. Our first level, our entry level to this. Don't take roasting pans. Here, you take a roasting pan. We're going to make sure that this piece of paper is going to fit in here. Okay. We're just going to set them back down. So, do you have, actually you don't have them. Can you grab me the scissors? They are actually up on the place where... Now, we have different kinds of balls and different weights of balls. We're going to put these in the paint. One of these, I think I might just do one at a time. And I'm just going to drop it in there, like this, in the paint. And I'm going to roll it around with this brush. See that? And I'm going to take it. I can pick it up with my fingers, I don't care. Drop it in there. Okay? Okay. I'll put my brush back in here.
Do I see that too?
Yep, yep. And then I'm going to just go like this. See?
Can I take my favorite color?
Oh, I lost a light. You can take whatever. Oh, yes. Hold on a second. I need to hand my daughter the blue.
My favorite color is blue.
Did you see how she didn't have to tell me what her favorite color was. I just had to go get it. And now, can you see? After, let's see if, yep. There you go. That's what I get after I do that. I'm going to take it out and I'm going to put it in another color. I'll probably wipe it out on her. And then hold it up so you can, so the camera can see it a little bit. There you go. That's good. Right there is perfect.
There?
Yeah, right where you're doing it. Perfect.
I really like that a lot.
This is level 1 of the making different patterns and textures and things. What are you doing? Cheating. Stop cheating. We're not cheating. Making tracks. Now, I could keep going on mine, but I did like the idea of just doing ketchup and mustard. That was mine. Yep. And I think it looks nice. It's pretty simple. But yeah, definitely I could keep going, and definitely I could use a bunch more colors, and definitely mix colors too. But I just want to give you an idea of the marble rolling in the roasting pans, because it's fun. It's neat, and if that's the level that you're at, I say go for it. We got another level too that I want you guys to try out if you're game for it or you're up for it.
If we're not done, just pause the video. We'll wait.
Oh yeah. Well, we don't need these anymore. We move those in here. That's where that goes. I have really cool car. Did I get? What would you like?
This was good.
Want some Legos? You can pick what you want out of here.
Oh, that's hard. That's like creepy hard.
Yeah, this one's weird too.
Looks like
I'll
a
use that one.
crystal.
Okay, so here we go, peoples. This is the second level of the two projects that we're working on today. The reason it's a higher level is because it requires a little more patience and a little bit of trial and error to get the paint just right. For the first object to make an imprint on my picture, I picked up a piece of a castle wall from a game. It has a nice texture on it, it looks like bricks. But for that to actually come through, I have to take a brush and wipe off the excess paint so there's hardly any on there for it to make an impression or an imprint, so you can see the pattern on the paper, the texture from the bricks and things like that. If you watch a little bit further into this video, I use a car and I take the car and actually just dip it in the green paint and rub it right across the paper, and the tire tracks on it, which actually were really cool if you just look at them by themselves. Since I didn't wipe off the excess paint from the tires or anything, it just looks like a bunch of really goopy lines. And I could have done that better to make the textures look cooler or the patterns look cooler from the tires. But again, it's trial and error, and I was just checking things out, testing things out, seeing how they would look, and experimenting. And that's what I want you guys to do, and experiment and seeing what you can do, and finding cool things around your house as long as you have your parents' permission, seeing what has cool textures, what doesn't. They don't all have to be toys, it's up to you. I'm sure you can find some really awesome things that have really neat patterns and textures. And just experiment with that, you know. I think you can really make some amazing pictures just by rolling some found objects around the house in paint and making impressions of them on the paper in prints to show pattern and texture. I've been talking a lot about pattern and texture, and I should probably take a minute to explain what those two things mean. A pattern is a repeated design. And if you look at what I'm doing with the Lego, stamping the Lego here, the top of the Lego, that is a pattern, that is a repeated design. What I'm hoping to show you in the picture coming up is that this Lego has a repeating pattern. The first is a 2-dot pattern. So it goes 2 dots, space, 2 dots, space, 2 dots, space, 2 dots. And there's also, I painted the dots different colors, so the different color is a pattern that's repeated. And that second pattern goes blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. So those are two different kinds of patterns. Texture can be described as something rough, something smooth, something bumpy. When you're drawing or painting, the best example for using texture would be if you were drawing a cat. You don't want the fur to look hard or scratchy or rough like a rock or something like that. You want it to look soft and smooth and possibly shiny. So there's lots of ways to convey texture and pattern and things like that, and it's fun to explore those things, and I hope that you had fun trying out different things today and experiment. You know, that's the best way to find different ways to do things, and I hope you had fun, and I look forward to doing our next video for you, and enjoy your week, be good to each other, and we'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.